Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio. So today, we are looking at a deck that people have been asking me to look at for a little while now. And it might have some new tricks coming with Crimson Invasion. So I thought, you know what? Now might just be the time to take a look at Pikachu Magnezone. Now, Magnezone came around in Breakthrough. We've had him for a while, and it's got an ability which is not a particularly original ability. It allows you to attach as many lightning energy as you like during your turn to any of your Pokemon. Now, we've seen this in the past. I mean, goodness, we saw it with Blastoise enough times, and then we saw it with Emboar, and then we saw it again with Blastoise. This is not the most original ability ever. So the theory is, alright, now what we need is a really good attacker. Preferably that uses lightning or colourless energy, so that we can pile a bunch of energy on and smash our way to victory. And a bunch of people thought, well, you know who's really cute and lovely and wonderful and awesome and adorable and brilliant and amazing and would fit quite nicely here? How about Pikachu EX? Now, the first attack here is a great desperation attack, but nothing more than that. Iron Tail, 30 damage, flip a coin until you get tails, 30 damage times a number of heads. But it's the second attack that we really like. For a lightning double colourless, although we don't want to use double colourless, we want all lightning energy, as will become apparent. Discard all lightning energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage times the number of energy cards that you discard. So, between using Magnezone to put the energy on and Pikachu to hit hard while doing so, you can literally one-hit KO absolutely anything that you need. Let's say a Drampa comes up. Well, you can either use 4 energy to do 200, or 3 energy plus a choice band to do 180. It goes down. Espeon comes up, 4 energy to do 200, by Espeon. Golisopod comes up, 4 energy plus a choice band, 230, Golisopod goes down. If you see a Gardevoir, you can do 4 energy plus a choice band to do 230, and then it goes down. Or 5 energy to do 250 and it goes down. But because you're discarding the energy to attack, if another Gardevoir comes up instead, gutted, you've got no energy on you. And it's going to take 5 energy on them, or 4 plus a choice band, in order to get a KO on Pikachu. Although I suppose at this stage we should pause for a second and go, actually, Pikachu's got 130 HP and a not great weakness to fighting. That's not going to do very well. Lycanroc is seeing a bit of an increase in play because of Zoroark. Marshadow is easily teched in for fighting weak Pokemon. Gardevoir decks tend to play Gallade, and let's not forget that a Buzzwole is coming out in Crimson Invasion, all of which will take down Pikachu quite easily. Having said that, you've got a resistance to metal, which is always good, but it doesn't really matter, because the theory here is quite simple. Magnezone pops the energy on, you get a one-hit KO, and it doesn't matter if you go down. You've taken 2 prizes, they've taken 2 prizes. Well, let's just reset and off we go again. Now, there are some other issues that you have to overcome here. First of all, you are very reliant on abilities of Magnezone. So Garbodor can be a bit of an issue here. But then again, Garbodor's got to have a tool attached. So you can always just use Field Blower to get rid of it. There's that. The other thing is, we need energy here. This is a deck where it's not just pile some energy on and off we go. You really need to be drawing into your energy regularly here, but we've got some options. We've got Energy Recycler, which puts 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck, which will allow you to grab them out again, which is nice. We've got Energy Retrieval, which allows you to just grab 2 energy from your discard into your hand, which is nice. We still have Fisherman, came out in Breakthrough along with Magnezone, which gets 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. And although we no longer have Versus Seeker to recover it from the discard, we've still got Tapu Lele and Wonder Tag to grab it out from the deck, so there is a little bit of an advantage there. So we can get our energy back. Though it is fairly awkward, and actually I should probably mention Brock's Grit here, because Brock's Grit comes along and allows you to shuffle 6 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand, better than an energy recycler, but a supporter and a once per turn kind of thing. And this is quite nice because it can get your Pokemon back as well as your energy. Now, the thing is here, it's starting to sound a little bit like Tapu Bulu Vikavolt. You've got a Pokemon which is smashing and getting one-hit KOs on stuff, and you're discarding a whole bunch of energy to do so you're having to recover it. Now, on the one hand, Tapu Bulu's got 180 HP, much more than Pikachu, and has no weakness, as opposed to Pikachu's fighting weakness. And Tapu Bulu only ever needs free energy on there, whereas Pikachu might need more. Here's the thing, though. Tapu Bulu's got a hard cap at 210 on the amount of damage it can do. Nature's Judgment, discarding the energy with a choice band, 210, off you go. Although you do have the option of doing 120 without discarding the energy that Pikachu doesn't really have. Why would you ever play Pikachu Magnezone over Tapu Bulu Vikavolt? No damage cap. You're not worried. Oh no, 250 HP Metagross, 5 energy, there we go. Now you need to get all the energy on there and that's a pain, etc, blah blah blah, but you can. You can get the energy on there, ladies and gentlemen, and that is a real key with Pikachu Magnezone. It can work. Now, there are some other attackers we might wish to consider in a deck like this. If you're really worried about that weakness that I keep going on about, might I poke you towards Tapu Koko GX. It has no weakness. It's got the ability Aero Tail, where when you put it down, you can pop it in the active and move all the lightning energy on the field to it, which is nice. 130 for free energy is exactly the kind of attack we're looking for, because here's the thing. You don't actually need to take every KO with Pikachu. If you've got something like 120 HP Garbodor sitting out there, you don't want to be attaching free energy and discarding them every turn. That is a lot of resources. You do, however, want to be putting free energy on a Tapu Koko and just getting a KO with Sky High Claws. Not to mention you gain the great GX attack Tapu Thunder, 50 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, we didn't really have a GX attack. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, now we do. You could even use Tapu Koko here. You're playing it anyway for Wonder Tag, so how about using it for Energy Drive, 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to both Tapu Lele and the defending Pokemon. Now, this makes you really vulnerable to something like a Gardevoir that can come in and take advantage of your energy, not to mention your opponent's Tapu Lele, but in a pinch you could use this and it could be quite a bit of fun. And the other one I really like here is Mew from Fates Collide. Mew from Fates Collide has the brilliant ability that allows it to copy the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play, and Pikachu and Tapu Koko are both basic Pokemon, so you can use Mew here to give you a Psychic type attacker, so that something like a Espeon GX will actually go down to just 2 energy discarded to do 200 damage. Now, I know you've got to have free energy on to use the attack, but you're ruining all my fun. And it's still free energy, not 4 in that case, which is still better than it would be with Pikachu. And if you want a non-GX attacker, how about Raikou? It's got the ability which reduces damage done by 20 if it's got a lightning energy attached, which essentially gives it 140 HP, which is humorously more than your 2-price Pikachu, but you're doing 50 damage plus 20 more for each lightning energy attached to this Pokemon. Now, it's not as good as Sky High Claws with Tapu Koko, because Tapu Koko's doing 130 for free rather than 110, but you can keep adding to this. It's a really good non-GX attacker, and it really is one you want to consider here, although Mew is also a non-GX attacker. And the last option I'm going to give you in terms of other attackers in this deck is the upcoming Xurkitree GX from the upcoming Crimson Invasion expansion. Now, Xurkitree GX has a really nice ability, and the ability is Aegislash's ability. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have any special energy attached to them. So if you're against something like a Golisopod that's really relying on double colourless and rainbow energy, this could be a good thing to use against them. Now maybe they Guzma your Magnezone, but shh. It's also got a great GX attack here. Lightning GX, your opponent reveals their hand, add a card you find there to their prize cards face down. And you get to choose a card from their hand to put face down, so you disrupt them while you do it. And here's what's great. Turn 1, you don't have a great attacker. There's not really anything you want to do on turn 1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's your turn 1 attack. Turn 1, you give them a 7th prize while disrupting them. Maybe you put their only supporter down in their prizes, or something like that. And then by turn 2, you start smashing. I think that Pikachu Magnezone could be a good deck, but I don't think Pikachu alone is good enough. You need Tapu Koko, maybe Mew, maybe Raikou, maybe Xurkitree here. I don't think Pikachu alone is good enough. But certainly Pikachu hits the big KOs better than any of the other Pokemon we've mentioned. And if Stage 2s like Vikavolt can be viable nowadays, maybe Stage 2s like Magnezone could as well. But as always, I want to know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. That's where the live action happens. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, etc., you can do so at patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.